Damn, bro, I be looking kind of fresh. Mm, Damn, man. Feels good. Feels good to record a video, man. You know, most people nowadays, it feels like they lack this life energy. They lack this this what's a correct word? This enthusiasm for life, at life. It's just like there are only certain moments in which they're kind of excited at life. Only specific moments, Most people only when maybe there's a party or they have something very exciting planned. Maybe a trip or maybe hanging out with the boys and getting blackout drunk. But it feels, by observing people around me, that a lot of people lack this passion at life, right? Their eyes are kind of dead inside. They live through the days mindlessly, scrolling on their phones. I see people I travel a lot with the train, right? And I see people in the trains, eyes dead inside, scrolling on their phone, don't seem really happy. Don't seem really happy at all. And then, always faking this mask of happiness. But from the inside, they are kind of dissatisfied. And they themselves cannot really point at why they feel like that. And I completely understand that position because I've been there myself. And I remember when I was in high school, maybe years in which I was 17 or 18, and I'd have these random days in which I'd feel kind of empty, and I didn't know why. And I remember I talked to a good friend of mine, and he and I'd ask how life's going, and he would sometimes tell me that he was feeling kind of down, kind of depressed, a bit depressed. In Dutch, he was like a beetje depressed. Or a bit like sad, but why fucking sad, bro? You're young. Bro, you're fucking young. You're 18 years old. You are fucking young. You have your whole life in front of you. You can do everything. You're healthy. You're smart. This guy's a smart guy. And that stuck with me, that story that he, that anecdote. And to this day, I can very much relate to it, and it's something that is apparent, within the youth, and honestly, a lot of people like lack this enthusiasm, right? This energy, this excitement at life, and that is sad, right? That is sad to live your life like an NPC without, in your mundane, monotone routine, without snapping out of it, without appreciating the beauties. Because a lot of people lack, this sense of appreciation and gratefulness for every day, right? That's why things like gratitude journaling and meditation and improving your presence and your mindfulness and your gratitude, practicing gratitude, that is so fundamental to build a good headspace, because you know most people live their lives without stopping to think about how incredible and how vast and how interesting and how amazing and how mysterious and wow, and how much there is to explore in this world. Most people lack that excitement. And I think that in part that is because of the culture that we have around working and professions, right? A lot of people see work in their life as this must, and because of that a lot of people kind of despise uh, work and going to school, because also we've gotten like a negative view of school and learning, because of the school system, and after the industrial revolution, and people lack this passion for learning and dedication towards their profession. Of course, not all people, because obviously there are people that love their jobs and are passionate and are dedicate themselves to that, and that have a mission within their life, right? They have a certain mission and goal to achieve. But in this modern society that we live in, we lack ambition, we lack goals, we don't have this love for learning and exploring everything that's to be known and to be explored, right? And especially we look towards work in disdain, right? We see work as this bad thing. We see working hard to achieve something as bad, because most people just wanna just go to work because it's mandatory, right? And after that they are finally free and they can do whatever they want, and it's not work, it's just turning off their minds and consuming content or whatever, consuming shit. And I mean, I think that has influences in a way that it's not very positive, right? Because we are so lackluster and so drained of motivation. And that's honestly probably the cause of a lot of things like depression and nihilism and purposelessness. It's due to more factors, such as lack of culture, lack of religion, lack of a lot of things that give meaning to life, and it gives us a sense of purpose. And imagine how beautiful it would be if we could make a change and actually for once in a very long time find something that we can truly take serious, that we can make our mission, that we can say, okay, I'm gonna take this serious, this is something that has true meaning within my life, right? This is something that I'm gonna go after. There is something that I'm gonna conquer. I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna leave some impact. This is a serious matter. I'm gonna be a professional. This is my life's mission. Imagine if you had that mindset at life. Imagine if you were in awe of all the possibilities that are possible. Because the universe is vast. But most people don't look at it in that way. Most people, you know, have this hate towards, you know, towards putting in effort, because it's not interesting enough, it's not that meaningful enough, it's, you know, the world is mundane. Imagine having that view of the world. Imagine thinking that you live in a mundane, ordinary world where things are not of that great importance or of meaning. A lot of people think like that. A lot of people are stuck within a very small bubble. And that is the reason that everything outside of that bubble seems meaningless. A lot of people live within their, you know, content consumption and instant gratification bubble within their vices. They lack the mindfulness to take a step back and admire and contemplate the vastness of everything before their eyes, right? Imagine if you had something that you could wake up and work on until the end of the day. If you every day of your life you had a mission, that there was no question that you had nothing to do. You know, like we say in our modern age, damn man, I'm bored, I don't have anything to do. That's because, you know, we are lackluster. We don't have any passion at life left. It has been sucked out of us because of the system, you could say. Because of the way that our minds have been shaped. You know, because we live in a very advanced society with all of this comfort. And actually this comfort is what causes us to, you know, to want to stay inside this very small bubble of comfort and not want to peek outside of. But eventually even that small, even that extreme comfort and facility gets you tired. And because of that, you lose motivation for even that. Even that cannot satisfy you. And the rest, and outside of that bubble can't be, definitely isn't better, or so you think. Because this is the highest form of comfort, right? How could it be better outside of that comfort zone? Why would I put myself in a position in which I would be more susceptible to suffering? But little do you know that suffering is what awaits you, because then at least you can suffer for something of meaning. Then at least you can, you know, grind with passion towards a goal that has meaning. Might be hard along the way, but you'll definitely feel more alive, you know, during that adventure towards your goal than in that sedated state that you are when you're indulging in your comfort zone and in the highest state of comfort, as you call it. That truly gives us something to think about, doesn't it? What would it be nice to find something that you could dedicate your life towards? And it's out there. You just need to look outside the bubble. You just need to see. You just need to explore, because then you fucking can see how much opportunity there is, how beautiful, how much there is to uncover, how many ideas there are left unexplored, how many ideas there are to build upon from the greatest minds of history. How many problems there are to be solved? Are you truly a human? Do you want to truly be a good human? Do your best to contribute to your own species. Have the passion to think, yes, I'm a fucking human and I'm gonna do my best to, at least as long as I'm in this world, to at least get a view of what the things are that my kind is struggling with. Because I wanna feel, I wanna be connected to my fellow humans, or do you not? At least that could give you some passion, instill a sense of duty into you. Maybe by adopting that view and exploring what the things are that you want to be concerned with when it comes to to your fellow humans and to being a human, and exploring this universe in which you live, understanding the thing that gave you the opportunity to be human and be born as human, the universe. And there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to discover from the universe. The secrets, there are a lot of secrets within the universe, and to me it's so exciting, but to some people they're not even aware of it. I hope that you can truly understand, because that's what I've been in search of. And I'm close. I'm closed. I've been seeing the light. I've always been a curious mind, but now I've been seeing the beauty even with more clarity. I've been feeling that connection to the universe, as cringe and spiritual as it might sound, right? I've been feeling that connection to the universe. There's the opportunity that I've been given, that we've all been given, to explore further into the nature of things, to contribute to humanity, to live a life of meaning and passion and emotion. It's finding the thing that you want to take seriously. It's finding your obsession. It is finding the thing that you want to become a professional at. You want to be a professional. You want to be a master of some kind of art, because you have that opportunity in your hands. And how sad would it be to waste it? That was the message that I wanted to leave you with. And so I have spoken, and I see you in the next broda.